Peace. What's going on, everybody? Hey, we got Dr. Angela Kenzslowe in the house, the one
and
and only.
HP Branch, Harold Branch the Third.
Good to be connected to you all. Pardon us for chiming in about 5 minutes after the time we normally tend to do that. We got caught up in our conversation and lost track of time. You all should ear hustle. You should hear the things we get to talk about before we even get on here. Woo-wee! That should be the show. That should be.
Hey, Aunt Carolyn.
Hey, Maxine, how you doing? Glad you're chiming in. It's good to see everybody. Please say, give a quick what's happening. If you got a second, we'll be happy to give you a what's up. But today we want to dive into a cool topic. First off, let me say I missed you all. I've missed you the last 2 days. I had a couple things going on Tuesday. I'm very proud to say that I have become certified in what I feel is the most amazing assessment out here called the Print Assessment. Those of us that's in Legal Shield and Team New Vision, we are familiar with Print. And it was just amazing. So now I'm certified in it. It's been a 2-3 month process. So it was a 2.5 hour video chat exam with 2 other people out of Australia, and then the vice president of the company. So it was intense. It was real intense. But your boy is certified, so that's awesome. And then yesterday, I got a chance to participate with ASU Kerr Center as they did a storytelling event. And I'm sure you could search for that and find it. But I got the chance to tell my story about home and what I figure home is. So that was great. But it had to be some major things for me not to be here with you all. But I felt good about it because I knew I was leaving you in more than capable hands. And so
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So tonight we really want to touch down on another tactic, another strategy to decompress. For those of you that's just chiming in, if you've never seen this is Nightly Decompression, where we discuss the different ways to decompress, to chill out, to release a little bit so that we're not holding the heaviness of the day with us all through the evening as we go through. And, after a day of the news, a day of fighting for what's right, a day of COVID information, it's heaviness going on. Kids about to go back to school. We're trying to figure that out. Every day is new information with that. As a parent, I'm right in the middle of that as well. And so that is what this is for, our nightly decompression, so that we could heal as well as fight the good fight on a daily basis, right? So one way that we could do that is, and one way we could decompress, one way we could feel better, we could raise our spirits, and we were just chatting about this, is giving.
Yes.
And giving back and helping other people out, which is something that honestly, when I thought about what should we talk about tonight, I thought about how I missed you all over the last 2 days and how good it feels for me to contribute to you all this way. And wow, that should be our topic. That should be what we talk about, how we give, right? And giving back and how that can make us feel better as well. So Dr. Angela, what do you think? Is there any research on that? Has that been a major topic as far as giving and what that does to the giver?
So I'm pretty sure there's research, unfortunately, because we made this decision in our pre-talk. I did not have any time to look at the research.
You mean 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, just 10 minutes ago.
Right.
So I didn't have an opportunity to take a look at any of the literature, any of the evidence that says that, hey, giving helps us feel good. But just anecdotally, right? There's so many people that say, hey, it's better to be the giver than the receiver. Some people are like, no, it's always better to receive. But if we really truly think about how we feel when we give, then I think that's our answer, right? So anecdotally, I think we can say, yes, it feels good to give. Research and empirically, I'm not able to speak to that because I didn't look.
Yeah, no, totally understand. But I mean, I've heard those, those stories as well. and those testimonies from individuals. And it's been the case for me. And I know there is research out there on this particular topic as well. As a coach, I'm, not a therapist, but I am a coach. And I've been privileged to start professionally coaching in April of this year. And it's been going great. But even within that, one of our tactics, one of the strategies to raise self-esteem and get someone feeling better about themselves and their contribution to the planet is to help find a way for them to help someone else. Find a way for them to bring someone else a little bit of light, some smiles, and it could be very, very small. So even while we're talking about this, I think it'd be cool if we go back and forth and share some of the small things that we have been given or things that maybe we've been able to do that really just made our day, made us feel better, even in feeling bad, right? And if you all could share that as well. Anna, good to see you from Minneapolis. And thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. But what are some things that you all have given or a situation where you've done that and it's helped you out as well? I know for me, when I look and my bank account is low, and if you've ever been broke before, when bank account is low, that actually means negative, right? Like low means less than zero. And you've been there, and I've literally been driving and got like $5 in my pocket or $5 right there in the little area, and I drive past somebody struggling, I make sure to give them $2, right? When my money is the lowest is when I feel like I should give, and it makes me feel even better than when I'm doing well and do that. But I can honestly say the universe has always taken care of me, and maybe that's just the energy I put out there. Maybe it's less, I don't know, maybe it's something else, but that has always made me feel pretty solid. Or driving by somebody and they're pushing their car, I'm the guy to pull over, jump out there, help them get it off the road. If they're standing next to the car, I don't get out. But if they're pushing it,
what about 118-degree weather?
Say again?
In 118-degree weather?
Been it. Because I've been the guy with the broke down car in the 118-degree weather.
Yeah.
And you pushing it, and sometimes you got to take your shirt and put it on there. I think about how bad it is for them to be pushing that by themselves.
Yeah.
I
think, there's been times, so this is the end of our 8th week, right? The end of 2 months. And just using this as an example, during the day, there's been times when I'm just drained. I'm just done. And then we get on with our pre-talk and I'm like, and so it's rejuvenating knowing that I'm giving to the community, but this is a larger platform. This is a larger stage. So when it's not seen, because this is seen, right?
Yeah.
Like this is seen. So not seen.
That's a good distinction.
Yeah. Right. Because
That's a huge distinction.
Yeah. Sometimes people do things just to be seen.
And only when it could be seen.
Right. And so I enjoy, sometimes it'll be financial, and this is going to sound kind of odd. Sometimes I'll like feel somebody has a need and then call and then find out there's a need, and then I'm able to meet that need.
Right.
So that's nice. Or if I see that there's a need, we're going to get, how we talk about calling and purpose.
Yeah.
Right. And everyone has a purpose, and this is more spiritual definitely than psychological, but I really feel that my calling has been to allow money to come through me. So I don't really hold on to money. I don't lose it, but I don't hold on to it, but money always comes. Like I, as an adult, and my Aunt Carolyn is on here, as an adult, I have asked for money one time. My entire adult life, coming from poverty. So my entire adult life, I've asked for money one time, and that was from my aunt who's watching right now. And whenever I've had a need for money, it comes. Like literally, I will get a check in the mail, or I will look in an old purse, and one time there was 4 $100 bills. So money comes, but I'm also not selfish with money. So I can be at the grocery store and see somebody, and it's like, And then pay for their groceries.
Yep.
Right. I don't know you. You don't need to know. It's the person behind. However, that gets matched up. And it's different when I'm saying this than if someone asks. That's a whole different type of energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of energy. But I get satisfaction with that. But I really do believe that that's part of my purpose, and I do believe that I haven't had lack as an adult because that's part of my purpose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I feel the same way. And it's funny because we got some comments here. Let me put them up. Anna said pretty much what you said. I'll be at the drive-thru and tell the cashier I'm paying for the 3 people in front of me. Right. So very similar to what you said. Ray's funny. I got to put his up here. If y'all want to test out how good it makes you feel, I will take one for the team and be the receiver. On everything. Ray's a nut, but he did redeem himself. Studies show that giving is also good for the giver, boosting physical and mental health. Studies show that health benefits associated with giving helps lower blood pressure. Right? So that's pretty cool. Maybe I should give a little bit more, get that underhand. And my dad, hey, Pop, how you doing? He says the universe fills all voids. Our actions determine how that void will be filled. That's deep. That's deep. The universe is going to fill those voids, but our actions determine how that void is filled. That obviously puts me in the mindset and the thought of law of attraction, right? And what are we attracting? So our actions is going to fill the void. Will it fill it with more lack, or will it fill that void with what we need and what we want, depending on the energy that we're putting out there into the universe, depending on what we're focusing on, right? Focusing on the solution versus the problem kind of thing. What is that going to bring to us? And we never know what it's going to do for someone.
Right.
Here's a great story, because you just never know. Right. And I was at the march just here recently, several weeks back when I took my son to one of the marches on a Friday, and we did the march. And in the beginning, it was some sisters standing there, and I knew one of them. I didn't recognize the other. Hey, how you doing? I didn't really recognize many of the people there. Whole new generation, bunch of people in Phoenix I don't know. And we're talking. So the other sister, I introduced myself. She said, I know who you are, HB. I was like, oh, okay. I do get that sometime because of poetry and things like that. But I never assume, because that's quite embarrassing. You don't know me, right? Never assume. So she said, hey, I know you. I was like, oh, that's awesome. She said, you were the first Black person I met at ASU. I was like, really? She said, you and Big Tone walked me to my dorm to make sure I was there safe.
Wow.
I don't remember that. Even when she said it, I still don't remember it. But the fact that this Black woman, her first day at a huge, predominantly white campus, and if you're not Black and haven't been on a predominantly white campus, you don't know just the angst that comes with that, right? So I say those things for a reason. I'm not just saying it. I say it for a reason. And this sister knew no one, but she felt comforted because we walked her. And it was just a walk for us. We were probably walking around anyway. All right, yeah, we'll walk with you. Yeah, we'll take you. Something that wasn't that big for us, she literally remembers 20 years later. So it's not always money. Sometimes it's a gesture. Sometimes it's taking a moment with someone, right? Sometimes it's seeing them and seeing that it's more going on, and you don't ask them to explain, but you ask if you could give them a hug.
Yeah.
And I've had people fall into tears on my shoulder, never said what it was, but they were so grateful just to have that human touch and what that was able to do for them. And I promise you, Dr. Kenzslowe, like you said, I want for nothing. I have everything I need and most of the things I want.
Yep.
And I honestly couldn't tell you how I get it all.
Right. And again, but I really believe that what we put out, we get back. And the energy, if we have an abundance mindset, the purpose for abundance is to be able to help others, right? It's not abundance if it's just for me. Absolutely. Great point. What am I going to do? Say it like that. Great point. Yeah. So I think that the energy that we put out and what we say, okay, this is who I am. This is what you can trust me with, right?
Yeah.
Be trustworthy. And then it'll come and then you can give.
Being a good steward.
Yes.
Being a good steward. Being a good steward. So I invite you all. You all got homework. Help somebody by tomorrow.
And it can be simple things, right? It can be kids are out of school, but as kids are starting to go back to school, maybe you're really good in math. And you know, parents are keeping their kids home, and you're like, hey, I know you have a young one who's 13, and that advanced algebra might be a little tough for you. I can tutor, you know, for a month once a week, or you know, something like that. So you're right. It doesn't have to be tangible, financial. Maybe it's you have a lawnmower and somebody's having trouble paying their landscaper. Take the lawnmower over and cut the lawn. I mean, there's so many things that we can do to be giving.
All the stuff that you've been hoarding and just got around the house that you don't need no more. Give it to somebody.
Shelter, not to a thrift store.
Give it to a shelter. Give it to some. Right? Goodwill is for profit, people. They get money. You know what I'm saying? So give it to a friend. Give it to a family. Give it to, you know what I mean? Go give it to somebody in need. But take that, like you said, take that extra.
Take a what?
I was just saying, take that extra time. The Goodwill hitmen are gonna find me. HB was thrown in the van by Goodwill.
Right. It's a great business model. Give me your stuff for free, and I will sell it.
And I will sell what you give me for free.
But they do provide job training and
they do a lot
for people who have developmental delays and things of that nature. So
they do some good work. I ain't mad at Goodwill. I mean, I go to GW. I got some banging blazers from if you call it GW and make it sound like you went to somewhere really, really nice, be like, oh, I got that from G-Dub. Yeah, it was $3.
No.
Y'all not ready. That's a whole nother
Shelter donations for certain such, yes. That's mine.
Absolutely. So hey, love you all. We are that's my auntie. She's so proud. That's me. That's
she's a matriarch though. She's
the matriarch of the family.
Yes.
Oh man. Hey, respect to the matriarch, you know what I'm saying? The matriarch Kenzslowe. I see you, that's what's up. I know when my matriarch talk, we all shut up. we get quiet. Family, you guys are you guys are awesome. You guys are crazy. You're crazy for following us and sticking with us during this whole time because you know we have no sense at all. Make sure that you go to our group page and join that group. I'll go on today. I think I have to permit you. So for those that haven't been permitted, I'll go on today and make sure that has happened as well and that you're squared away with that. And tomorrow is our last show. Tomorrow is our last formal show in this format. So let me be clear. This ain't over, people, but in this format at 6 o'clock, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, but we're going to need your help because we got some announcements coming up. And, you know, we got some things we want to share with you all, things you want to know. I want you all to know. We want you to know as well. Ruchi just gave a great suggestion. She said, all giving back doesn't have to be physical.
Right.
I try to just review a local business every other day. That's really cool. I didn't even think of that. Just go online and review a business, give them some good energy. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's pretty dope. And me, Ruchi and myself, we shared the stage yesterday. She was one of the storytellers and did an amazing job. Oh my God, her story was phenomenal. So nightly decompression. So look for nightly decompressions in your search bars, a group, and find that and chime into that, and you'll be good to go. We appreciate you all. We love you very much. Anything, Dr. Kenzslowe?
No, this has been a pleasure and an honor. Just as I've been saying, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your homes, your offices, and your car.
There you go. And we'll see you tomorrow. And remember, never forget, warriors know how to fight, and you've been fighting so well with so much going on, but warriors also have to know how to heal. So we heal nightly so we could get back into the fight daily. We love you very much, and we will see you back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Bye.
Peace.